Hi, I'm Dave van Leeuwen, and you're listening to Coffee in the Park with Jennifer and Cam.
So today we're recording this on the very first day of fall, and it feels like fall.
It was very cold this morning.
We went from like 30 degrees to like 7 degrees this morning.
The leaves are now yellow and falling off the trees at rapid pace.
Can I just say the leaves are everywhere, and we know people listen to this podcast around the world. So if you're listening to this in a very warm climate, it's getting cooler here, and it's the sign that winter's on its way.
You know, I like fall, but here's the challenge.
Yeah.
You have to dress in multiple layers.
No, you're absolutely right. You get up in the morning, you're going to wear your plus 27 clothes, but you freeze when you go outside, so you put jackets on, and then by the afternoon, you're sweating already.
Exactly.
It's layers. It's layering,
layers,
Jennifer. It's layering.
layering.
Well, anyway, welcome everybody to another edition of Coffee in the Park with Jennifer and Cam. And we're coming to you live from the Wall Coffee Roasters in the heart of beautiful downtown Atchison. That's right. So if you hear any noise in the background, some coffee machines whirring, kids screaming, people talking, all that kinds of stuff, it's because we're in a coffee shop, so that adds to it. That's what it's all about. So anyway, thanks for listening to us, everybody. Jennifer, it's great.
And they have new fall flavors of drinks at the Wall Coffee Roasters.
They do. They are...
There is the apple spice latte.
Apple spice latte.
And the maple London fog
and I've had both. Have you had both?
I have.
And you know what? They're actually pretty good. They're not bad.
A little fall perfection.
As you sit by the fire and sip your maple fog.
Watching the leaves fall off the trees.
Watching the leaves, your maple fog latte.
Although in beautiful downtown Atchison,
I know.
there's
not a lot of trees to go sitting by. But anyway, take it home, sit in the backyard, enjoy it. It's great. And we have some very important people we want to tell you about. First of all, Coffee in the Park with Jennifer and Cam is brought to you by Wing Snob. That's right. The best wings you're going to find anywhere in the city of Edmonton, in my opinion. Jennifer.
And do you know why, Cam?
Why?
Because their wings are fresh, never frozen.
Fresh, never frozen. They are some of the most amazing wings you've ever had. 16 flavors, 4 rubs. And I mean, what's your favorite flavor? I ask you this every show. What's your favorite flavor?
I know. It's still snobby cute.
Still snobby cute.
Yes, for the sauces, but the rubs.
You like that?
I love the dill pickle.
The dill pickle rub. Yeah. And we were with Mike Chatty the other night.
Yes.
And we're going to have Mike on. Once a month, Mike's going to come on and do Flavor of the month. That's right. So I'm pretty excited about that. So, hey, listen, if you're looking for somewhere to go for dinner tonight, like, hey, say you don't want to cook or whatever, the kids are out doing something, you want to just get a quick, great, fantastic supper, go to Wingstop. 10 locations in the city of Edmonton. And you can go to www.wingstop.ca to find the location nearest to you. Tell them Jennifer and Cam from Coffee in the Park sent you.
Yes, absolutely.
And enjoy your wings. You can get like just a 8-pack or a 12-pack or a 50-pack or a 125,000 pack, whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
I think the 125,000 you should phone ahead, because that'll take a bit of prep time.
But
nonetheless, Wing Snob, a great place for wings in the city of Edmonton, boneless and traditional, or you can have both.
The 50-50.
That's right. Try it out. It's an awesome place to go. Also, we want to tell you about Mprint printers.
Mprint Sign and Print Solutions, located here in Atchison, and they are, Cam, the preferred printer of Coffee in the Park.
They're amazing printers. They'll do business cards, they'll do pamphlets, they'll do brochures, they'll do booklets, they'll do wrapping.
Yes.
They wrap.
Not Christmas wrapping.
Not Christmas wrapping. And
no, let's not get confused.
Not that kind of wrapping. They do they'll wrap your vehicle for you.
Yes.
They'll wrap your motorhome for you. They'll wrap your semi-truck for you.
Whatever you can think of.
They'll wrap your submarine for you. I don't think they've done a submarine. But they'll wrap it all. It's pretty incredible. Mprint, amazing printers, and they do fantastic work. And listen, if you need something printed, I would definitely check out Mprint. Check out their work quality. Check out their prices. You won't be disappointed, I guarantee it.
No, absolutely. Jan and Don,
Yep.
the two owners at Imprint,
Yep.
and their team do a fabulous job, and they will find the right product to do the custom job with unique solutions.
Absolutely. Non-profit or for-profit, doesn't matter. They're going to treat you like you are their best friends. Mprint.ca, located right here in Atchison.
That's right.
All right. I'm excited about today. I really am, Jennifer. So why don't we kick it off and let's get going?
Okay, our guest today is Dave van Leeuwen, who is the owner of Ben's Meats.
Welcome, Dave.
Welcome, Dave.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Now, again, Ben's Meats, for those, and we do have listeners all around the world, so those of you who aren't here in Edmonton or surrounding area in Alberta, you may never get to go to to Ben's Meats, but you'll want to. When we're done today, you're going to fly into Edmonton to go to Ben's. So welcome. Good to have you. Let's kick her off.
Let's kick it off. Dave, tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll get into Ben's Meat. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where were you born, and where did you grow up?
Oh, I'm a local boy. So I'm born
You're
and
an
raised in,
Edmontonian.
well, yeah, born at the Royal Alexander Hospital.
Wow, okay. Like the last three guests we've had, I think they've all been born at the Royal Alec. Like,
It is the baby
It
hospital.
was the
in
baby
Edmonton.
hospital, that's right, yeah.
So 1973, I was a bit of a surprise. My mom didn't know she was having twins, and out came me second. So
Yeah.
I was a little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so my parents lived in St. Albert, so I grew up in St. Albert my whole life, back when it wasn't trendy to live in St. Albert.
Right. We didn't say that.
gravel roads.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
right. Yeah, I think it's a little more trendy now.
It's a
Yeah, they
little more
paved the
trendy now.
roads, so yeah, things are good.
It's
Yeah,
a little better now.
Yeah.
And so I grew up in St. Albert, so just a local boy, born and raised.
And what high school you went to?
St. Albert.
Okay, yeah.
The Belrose.
Right.
Composite High. Yeah.
So you went to? Did you play any sports? I'm always curious about that. I mean,
no.
you're a bigger guy.
No, they
You're-
should have put
yeah.
me in football.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
son plays football, and he
Right.
played for that high school. But
Okay.
no, they didn't put me in any sports. I played soccer as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, but Cam, I have a question.
Yeah.
Because the whole twin thing is fascinating to me.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Identical?
No,
Not identical.
no,
Okay.
because I have a twin sister.
Okay. Well,
I love it. But I don't know.
Good
if
try.
Yeah. No. And how much older is she than you?
9 minutes.
9 months. No.
9 minutes.
9 minutes.
not 9 months.
No, I was going to say
9
9 months.
That's not a twin.
That's a whole other baby. 9. Does she
But I
ever
do get that asked all the time.
Yeah.
People hear I have a twin sister. Are you identical? Yeah, no.
No.
No. Poor
Do you,
girl.
do you look alike though?
No.
So-
I'm 6'2", she's 5'4".
Really? Okay, that's interesting because so people would probably not
Never
know you're
guess.
twins by
No.
taking a look at
No
you.
clue.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she hold the 9 minutes over you? Does she like I'm
She
the
used
older
to
one?
until she turned 20. And
Yeah.
now it's kind of disappeared.
It's over.
So your mom wasn't ready, or
My mom had no clue.
Had no clue.
No.
That must have been interesting.
Yeah, they had one crib at home.
Were there other siblings before you guys?
I have an older sister.
You have an
yeah.
older
Okay.
sister.
Yeah.
So your mom was ready, one crib, one set of clothes, all that, and now you come along.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that must have been.
So yeah, a little surprised.
Yeah. And what did your mom and dad do? What were they?
So my dad owned the store.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom and
Yeah.
dad ran Ben's Meats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Nowadays I don't think that would happen. They would know you're going to have
Well,
twins,
they only
right?
did ultrasounds back
I
then.
was
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
When they
say-
thought you were having.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
And my
Yes.
mom got told one big baby.
What?
One big baby.
Really big
Really
baby.
big baby, yeah. I find that
But
fascinating.
the nurse
actually.
thought, just
Yeah.
before she went in, said, "Did the doctor say anything about twins?" And my mom's like, "No, one big baby, no." And sure enough,
Yeah.
the nurse like, "I knew I should have grabbed the second bassinet. I just knew it."
So like your mom and dad were so totally like everybody,
Surprised.
even the doctor didn't know.
No, they didn't know.
Man, that's just
Out came a little one, and the
Yeah.
doctor said, "Oh, I think there might be
another
Oh
one
my
in
gosh.
there. Like
And the
puppies.
big baby was me, of course.
The big baby,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right, yeah. They're yanking Dave out, yeah. That's really incredible. Okay, so now you had twins in the house. That must have been interesting for your mom and dad. That
Yeah.
must have been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, so then you grew. You went to high school, and
Went to Nate,
okay,
Nate,
what'd you do
okay.
at Nate?
retail meat cutting.
Did you?
Yeah, I said since I was about 3 years old, I was going to own Ben's Meats.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah,
So my grandfather who started Ben's Meats in 1953.
yeah.
Was the town of Jasper Place. It was not Edmonton.
The town of
Town of
Jasper
Jasper
It was
Place.
the
Place.
town of Jasper Place.
Really?
On Stony Plain Road. Yeah.
Okay, now I grew up in Edmonton, so but I don't I must have.
In the 60s,
Yeah.
early 60s,
Yeah.
Edmonton annexed, and Jasper Place went bankrupt, and Edmonton
Is that
annexed
right?
Jasper
I
Place.
didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
So it
either.
would have been like a little,
like a community in itself, like a
Leduc
little town.
or
It was
something.
its own town. It
Yeah,
had its
like
own
its own
town
town.
hall. It's
really,
yeah.
and Edmonton annexed that and brought it in.
Well, they took over. Yeah, they kind of swallowed it up in the 60s. But,
that
Jasper Place
right?
kind of was going bankrupt.
Yeah.
and they kind of just took it over. And,
Okay, so I think to put this all into perspective, probably it's a good time to start talking about Ben's Meats. So you own an amazing, I call it a delicatessen, butcher shop, dry goods that are absolutely amazing, kind of everything store that's here in Edmonton. And it started, tell us, your grandfather started it.
so it started as my grandfather as a meat cutter.
And your grandfather
meat
was
shop.
from where?
Holland,
So
right?
from Holland,
Holland,
from the Netherlands.
yeah.
He was born in Utrecht in the Netherlands.
Okay.
And they came across in 1950.
Okay.
And he was working at Canada Packers in a meat plant. And then he decided, him and my grandma, Ben and Lainey Van Soest,
Yeah.
decided to start Ben's Meats.
Okay. And the first was in Jasper Place.
Yeah, 15726 Stony Plain Road.
Okay.
Or
where your store was before
where we
where
were
you moved
before
to
we
now.
moved.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that right, eh? So that's been there that long.
But that location had a house. It was a house. It was
Oh.
not the building
Okay.
that we're in now.
Yeah.
So it was a house, and the reason why it was on Stony Plain Road is because they had plumbing. The houses in behind didn't have plumbing yet.
I think it's good that a butcher shop has plumbing.
Well-
I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Relatively
Like,
important.
So literally
Yeah.
the store was the living room of a house.
Yeah.
And they lived in the back of the house.
so you grew up.
No,
Nope.
this is 1953.
Oh, it's your
This is
grandparents.
grandparents.
Okay. Yeah.
This is
Okay.
1953.
Yeah.
So my grandparents.
Okay. And then your grandpa decided to retire, or just brought your dad into the business?
So 1953, he's in this house.
Right.
1956, they built that other building over top in three stages.
Yeah.
And they built it up. First the Ben's Meat side, then they had another side, and then they built the back.
Oh,
So my
okay.
grandfather actually operated out of a caboose.
Yes.
He laid in front.
Yeah.
For 3 months.
Right.
And he sold meat out of a caboose.
Is that right?
And
eh?
he bought a house just down 158th Street.
Yeah.
And so they were living in the house when I grew up, young, on 158th
Yeah.
Street, right behind the store.
Yes.
So was that the time pre-big supermarkets?
Oh, way before.
So everybody went to the butcher to get their
Right.
meat, and you had your favorite butcher, and probably because he did it the way you liked it or whatever, and so
My grandfather had a black book. People could come in and buy their groceries. They marked it down. At the end of the month when they got paid, they came and they squared up.
Oh my goodness! For all you young kids out there listening, like that's like so foreign. That's like
They don't do that
They
anymore.
would
No,
never do that.
no.
Yeah, no. I'm just wondering if my turkey that I'm buying, if I can write it in the black book and pay you at the end of the month.
Oh, we'll make some work for you, Ken. I know where you live.
Yeah,
so.
you know where I live. That's right. Wow, I mean, that's amazing, eh? That's fascinating.
And so I have a question. Why did they decide initially to set up in that area? Did they know people in that area? Was it a big Dutch
Yeah.
community?
Very big Dutch community.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah. And he also helped start a church on 163rd Street. He started. My grandfather was one of the base people
Yeah.
that started Ebenezer United Church.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're very, very community people. Very.
Why did they come to
involved.
Canada?
For a better life after the
life,
war.
yeah. Yeah.
But you got to remember, my grandparents came to Canada a little different than some immigrants. They came to become Canadians.
Okay.
They changed their names. My grandfather's
Oh.
name was Barent, not Ben.
Yeah.
But when he came to Canada, he changed his name to Ben.
Okay.
My grandma's name was Leintje. She went by Lainey.
Really?
They wanted to fit in. They wanted
Yeah.
to learn English. Their kids went to school. They got taught English. And,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. They wanted to become Canadians.
Canadians.
They became Canadian citizens. I mean, they're still proud of their heritage
Sure,
and proud
sure.
of their from.
Yeah.
But when they decided to come to Canada, they figured they're going to become Canadians.
Wow, that's incredible. And so there was a big Dutch community, you say, in that area, and so they knew that. So were they catering specifically to Dutch people, or they were
Everybody.
anybody that came?
Everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So then your dad. So what? They had the butcher shop. When did they move into the store part of it? That added all the kind of the other stuff.
So the butcher shop was 1953 to 1956 was the house. 1956, the building is a 40 by 90 building. So Ben's Meats was 16 by 90.
Okay.
And the other side was 24 by 90.
Okay.
So Ben's Meats was 16 by 90 all the way till 2007.
To 2007. Wow.
So my
okay.
so 1,400 square feet. So
Yeah.
my grandfather ran it that way. My dad ran it that way. So my dad started working there in 1967.
Right.
And so my dad is the son-in-law of Ben and Laney.
Okay.
So he married Erica, which is the oldest child of Ben and Laney Van Soos.
Right.
So that's my mom. So
Okay.
my mom and dad took over in 1976. They bought it.
Okay.
Okay. And so in 1994, when I was working for my dad, I started in 91 after Nate.
Yeah.
92, sorry,
Yeah.
after Nate. And my dad renovated the store and kind of pushed things back and expanded the front a little bit. But it was still 1,400 square feet.
Wow. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
So you said since 3 years old, you were 3 years old, you knew you were going to be or wanted to be a butcher.
100%.
Yeah.
And my dad pulled me aside many times saying, hey, it's okay. That was kid stuff. You can do what you want. And I said, no, I'm going to own the Ben's Meats.
So obviously you worked in the store growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since I was 13, I was allowed. I was always in the store when I was allowed.
Right.
My dad, if I had a day off school, I went with my dad to work.
Wow.
And I hung around the store.
And-
And since 13, I was allowed to work on Saturdays. So go Saturday afternoon, clean showcases, wash floors, clean up,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And eventually started helping certain customers. You know, that I was
Sure.
allowed to. If I made a mistake, it's no big deal.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And what about your sister? Was she involved at all?
So I have two sisters.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
my
yeah.
older sister worked first at the store before me on Saturdays, and she couldn't work for my dad.
No.
So she ended up going to work elsewhere. And then my twin sister, same thing. I had to share off one Saturday with her, one Saturday with me, and that only lasted about 2 months. And then she went and found something somewhere else
Right.
because she couldn't work for my dad.
Yeah. But you hung in there.
Oh yeah,
That was your
and my
deal.
dad's it's his way. He's the
Well,
boss.
yeah.
You got to do it his way.
Yeah, yeah.
And
No, that's-
sometimes when you're working for a parent, it's a little harder to fathom.
Kind of
that.
reminds me of Spinelli, Teresa Spinelli's
yes,
story.
talking
Yeah.
about that,
For the Italian Center. Yeah. Very similar story. So yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. You went to Nate to take
Meat cutting.
meat cutting.
I wanted my certificate. Before my dad taught me the European way, I wanted
Yeah.
to learn the Canadian way.
So what made your dad's way different? Like what is like?
It is a different way of cutting, just breaking animals and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
The biggest thing is they do it all boneless. So they basically bone it all out pretty well, other than like T-bones and ribeyes
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
They lay it on the block instead of hanging on the rail.
Right.
It's more seam work. It's more of that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
just a little bit different. I mean, it's the same animal. It's the same cuts. You yield. It's just in sometimes a different order.
Right.
In Canada, they take the hip bone out in 2 pieces. In Europe, they take it out in 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is amazing. I didn't know any of this.
Cam's looking like he wants to go on a field trip.
I do, I think, because as Dave knows, I come into the store every now and then, and I love the meat, and it's like this is pretty fast. I love the science of it. Is that the right word? The science of it. There's more to it than just buying a steak.
It's an art.
It's an art.
It's an art. Yeah,
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So obviously, business grew, and as Edmonton grew, you know, the store and the customers, obviously, you had more traffic coming in the
Right.
store, loyal customers, I would imagine, over the years.
So things have changed quite a bit. I've seen quite a bit because I've been in the store, if you count part-time and full-time, 39 years.
Wow.
So I've seen a lot of changes.
Yeah.
I saw when my dad first took over, that kind of stuff. He was mostly a meat shop. And
Right.
then in the early 80s, he started selling Dutch imports.
Right.
So he got a...
Was there a request for that? Was
Yeah,
there a demand for that?
There was a demand for it. People were asking
yeah.
for it. And he got a hold of a wholesaler got a hold of him. His name was Reich Ruring, called Double R Imports, and he'd
Right.
come to Canada, and he started wholesale, and he brought in Dutch imports, and he stocked my dad up. It was kind of almost like another employee.
Yeah.
Because he put the specials out. He stocked the shelves. He brought in the cheese. He set the specials for my dad.
The Gouda.
All that kind of stuff.
Oh.
So it was Reich who started my dad on the
Yeah.
trend of selling a lot of Dutch products, and
Yeah.
we kind of got known for the Dutch products.
That
So when he
black
exp-
licorice.
That black licorice. I never
It's
knew.
well known, them
Yeah,
Duffys,
and I
yeah.
never knew there were so many different kinds
I
of
know.
black licorice.
We have 100 bulk bins, 98.
And a lot
they're
of them
not
are
all
just
black.
black. No, but a
No.
lot of them are. I honestly didn't know there was. For people who have never had black licorice, I love it. But I really love it. And you go to Ben's Meats, and they have everything there. Whatever your taste buds require, it's there. It's pretty incredible.
Salty, sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus a whole bunch of other candy. You
yeah.
guys
Oh,
got
yeah.
tons of other candy.
I'm more for the candy now.
Yeah, yeah. I emceed a Dutch wedding this summer, and a bunch of people came over from Dutchland over there, and they just loved they had a little
Did they have the candy bar? I was
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say, they always have the
and half of the candy bar was black licorice. I was in my glory, just down in black licorice. It was pretty cool, but yeah. Well, that's okay. So that's your dad brought in kind of the grocery items and that sort of thing.
So when I took over the store, and I started working for him full time in 91, 92, and we started doing more things in house, making a little more sausage in house, that kind of stuff. When he brought me on, and then I took over from my dad in 1999, November 1st of 99. That's when I bought the business.
Can I just go? How long is the course at Nate, the meat cutting course?
6 months.
6 months.
That's it.
When you took it, was there a lot of people? Was there a lot of people taking that course?
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Do you feel it's a dying art?
They're changing the course because they have to.
Right.
So it is a dying art, because the dying art is how to break down animals.
Yeah.
Okay. Most animals nowadays, like when you go to a meat shop or whatever, they're not carcasses.
Yeah.
They're block ready.
Right.
So the packing houses are doing the breaking down in the animals.
Yeah.
Okay. They're hard to get, even sides of beef nowadays, right? Because it's almost all coming from the packing house, and the packing house is doing the breakdown for you.
Right.
Right? And so everything is coming in block ready chunks. So nowadays, like I have a young guy working for me that went to Nate a year and a half ago, and they show him how to break down an animal, but they don't get the skill. And it took me over a year after leaving to feel comfortable to do it myself anyways. Yeah. Right? You need to be doing it to be able to feel comfortable doing it. Yeah. Like pork is easy, so that's, it's just breaking down big animals like beef or bison or something. It's not done much anymore. And so it's done at packing houses.
Well, it's because most of us go to the big box supermarket.
Right.
And most of that meat isn't processed there. It's processed somewhere else.
House,
brought, and whatever they do with it. Which I could get into a whole thing about that, but I'm not going to, because anyway. But that's we miss out, I think, on a lot of things by not coming to the butcher who knows how to do all these things that you're talking about.
And it's about aging your meat properly. Right. It's about there's lots of shortcuts. There's a lot of hidden things people don't realize.
Yeah, exactly.
We're from Alberta. I only sell Alberta beef.
Oh, love it.
So we're only going to support Alberta.
Yeah.
Wherever you're listening to us today, Alberta beef is the best. I mean, I know Texas people think they have great beef, and
They're
number two, and I know the Argentinian people think they have great beef. Did you know that?
Oh
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they rat and rave about their beef all the time, and I still come back to it.
And the New Zealand
grass-fed beef, and I've had beef all around the world, and you can taste the difference from Alberta beef, 100%. Right?
And I've had some really good Texas beef. Don't get me wrong, it's good beef.
Yeah,
it's really
me too.
Good beef.
Oh yeah.
But I'm still an Alberta boy, and I grew up on Alberta beef.
Me too. I agree, and so I think it is really great meat. So now you got this. Now you took over in 1999.
Yes.
And you were young.
26.
How many staff did you have?
Me, one other full time, and then I hired a part time.
So were you married by now?
I was. I got married at 20.
Was your wife? Oh, you got married at 20.
Yeah.
A good Dutch wedding at 20. That'd be a good time.
Almost 21. Almost 21.
And how'd you meet your wife? Where'd you meet her?
Just with friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thought maybe you met her at the butcher at school. At school. Well, I don't know.
Maybe she might have been a customer.
Maybe she was a customer. Okay.
There was one girl cutting meat at Nate.
Was there?
There was.
Okay. Yeah. You fell in love right away, or did it take a while?
No, right away.
Right away. And she was okay with you being a butcher. Obviously.
No problem.
Yeah, that's good. Well, just saying. It's like,
I know.
Her mom's from the Netherlands. So
Dutch
descent,
okay.
So.
Do you speak Dutch?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I can get by.
You can get by. With the Dutch.
Do you, Cam?
No. I tried. I learned 3 phrases for the Dutch wedding I emceed.
Okay.
And when I said them, they all started laughing. So I'm figuring it didn't go well.
Which 3 phrases?
Oh, I don't know, because now
I want them.
I'll send them. I'll find them and bring them to you, because I think it was like, welcome, thank you for flying all this way, da 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 da. And they just looked at me and then just started laughing. And so I thought, I don't know what I did right or wrong, but anyways, okay. So this is kind of cool. So the store's growing.
I could see Cam trying to say something.
Yeah,
right?
no, it didn't go. No. So the store's growing, obviously. Did you have a bigger vision? Would you like?
Yeah,
it's mine now. I'm gonna.
I had a few struggles with my dad at times, because I'm seeing different things, and and my dad. My dad is a little more old school.
Yeah.
He's still around. He's 84 years old.
Oh, okay.
And he loves the new store.
Yeah.
But at the time, my dad does not like change.
Right.
So it never has. And so it was hard sometimes to get things to change.
Sure.
But now he's open to it.
Yeah.
And he's doing a lot better.
I'm always like, I'm the same. My family came from Germany, and my grandpa had his ways. Like that was it. What do you think? Is it
it's
culture?
just 'cause it works.
Is it money?
I think it's
Is
culture.
it yeah?
Yeah, I think it's just the way they were raised. If
Right.
things work, you leave it alone. And,
Yeah.
So we had a few struggles. It took me 3 years to get debit card in the store.
Oh.
My dad had credit card by the old hand zip.
Yeah.
Remember we
Yeah,
talked about that, and
that's
somebody
right.
looked at us like we were on another
Yeah,
planet.
they had no idea.
So I had to
credit
stick
card,
to customers on them and say, hey, they're running next door to the Esso to go get the debit
get
machine,
money,
the card, and I'm like, yell at them, tell them you need a debit machine,
Yeah.
tell them you need a debit machine.
Yeah.
And then when we did get a debit machine, it was on our phone line.
Oh yes,
And you couldn't even, but you couldn't even take an order.
Yeah,
Even
that's
take,
right.
So
Took
the
about
very
2 hours to get a download going.
so the very first thing I did when I bought the business was add internet to the building and
Right.
have a dedicated debit machine.
Yeah. So that building that you're talking about that you were in on Stony Plain Road.
Yeah.
Tell us about the neighborhood at that time, because
The neighborhood, I'm sure, well, it had
Yeah.
changed significantly.
Yeah.
Stony Plain
over the
Road's gone
years.
through its
Yeah.
ups and downs.
It sure has.
Yeah.
I've seen it all.
Yeah.
I always like to tell people I've seen it all on Stony
Yeah.
Plain Road.
We were talking about that before you came. We said we bet Dave has some great stories to tell about Stony Plain Road.
I've seen it all.
Yeah.
But I've seen it. Yeah, I mean, there used to be lots of streetwalkers when I was a kid. There used to be.
Yeah.
There was a lot more sex shops at one point.
Right.
There was a lot more, and then the city looked like they were really trying to work on the neighborhood, and it was coming. And
Yeah.
they redid the sidewalks. We worked with them to take the parking out front that we had, and then put the parking lane in.
Yeah.
And they were really coming along. And then COVID hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And things went really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't help because now all of a sudden these people have money for more drugs and
Yeah.
stuff. So we saw a big difference at that.
Wow.
And it doesn't help when you try to throw an LRT down the middle.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Yes. So people, again, if you're not familiar with Edmonton, the city in its infinite wisdom, and it's arguable, so I'm just saying what I think, decided right down Stony Plain Road to put our
LRT,
light rail
transit. Yes.
train system right in front of Dave's store. Like I'm not.
It
I'm
missed
not
my
even,
store by a block.
Yeah. That's right. By one block.
By
but
one block.
It was right in front. Like
Yeah,
that's
it
where
comes and it turns me, yeah.
So it's changing the whole makeup of that area. And
All
I
those
always wondered
businesses-
how your store would do.
So all those businesses lost their parking out front.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's no more
There's
parking
no
on
parking.
Stony
Yes.
Plain Road.
Yes.
Right now, it's been a mess with all the road closures and
Yeah.
access
Yeah.
with construction. I don't understand it because they said 3 years they'd be done, and that was 3 years ago, and now they say they're going to be 2 more years.
Yeah.
So I really feel for the businesses. There's no tax breaks.
Yeah. No.
There's
City
no
does
nothing.
nothing. No.
So I really feel bad for those businesses.
Yeah.
I did not realize, to be totally honest with you, so people don't know, we moved 3 months ago. So June 10th, we moved
Right.
into our new facility.
Right.
I was looking for a new facility for 4 years, not because of this, but because of
Yeah.
growth. We
Right.
were really busting at the seams. So Ben's Meats expanded in 2007. I bought the whole building from my dad. So that 40 by 90 foot building, 3,600 square feet, became all Ben's Meats.
Oh. Okay.
that's how
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And so we did really well. We were about a 30% increase that first full year.
Yeah.
And we were growing and growing and growing. My daughter and son-in-law came on,
Okay.
and my son came in. And my son now started making all our own sausage and everything in-house. So we added a new
Okay, yeah.
smoker. We started making everything in-house.
Right.
We've been really growing and expanding. And about the last 10, 12 years, I've been adding more and more gluten-free items.
Yeah. Tell us
tell
about
us
that.
about
Yeah.
that.
Because you do have.
A huge selection.
I think
Yeah.
out of all the stores I've been to, you probably have one of the largest selection of gluten-free foods,
Yeah.
both frozen, fresh, and packaged.
Yeah. So 38 years ago, my mom found out she's celiac.
Oh,
We had no clue what celiac
Well,
was.
no.
Yeah.
Nobody knew what celiac was. So it's an allergic reaction to the brow ingredients in the grains and
Yeah.
wheats and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So I found out 17 years ago I'm celiac.
Okay.
So I have celiac disease as well. And so in the store, we started shifting things a little bit because we had a couple of lunch meats there was a mac and cheese loaf. And, so you dirty the slicer, you'd have to now clean the slicer in between for somebody that has to have celiac disease. And so we cut out I just cut that loaf out, made it a cheese loaf, and took the noodle out of it, and all of a sudden all our lunch meats are gluten-free. So people started to come in more because, hey, his slicer's gluten-free, his meats are gluten-free. We started now switching all our marinades to gluten-free.
Right.
All our, we make veal birds, which is like a German rouladen without the pickle or mustard in the middle, but it's got gluten-free breadcrumbs in it instead of regular breadcrumbs. Yeah. So we started shifting. Anything we could shift a little bit to accommodate more people.
Right.
We did. We also then added a gluten-free deep fryer, dedicated frying fryer, and we started doing more lunches.
Because we should tell people you do lunch.
So in the new store we've opened up, we actually added a gluten-free cafe.
I'm going to tell you this. I saw you on Saturday.
Yeah.
I was with you getting ready for the gala Saturday, and on my way home I got hungry and I thought I'm going to stop at Ben's to get a sandwich. So I stopped, I pulled in, I walked into the store, and I'm telling you, the store was packed. It was packed. I didn't have the time. It's the only reason. I just looked around and went, I can't. I want to, and I'm watching what people are eating. I want to eat here, but it was too big. I had to leave. So, but anyway, I was excited because it was packed. Yeah. It was packed on Saturday.
We've been doing very, very well.
Yeah.
And it gets back to...
What kind of stuff do you serve? You serve sandwiches? You serve...
So we have gluten-free subs.
French fries?
So we have gluten-free subs. We have gluten-free French fries, chicken strips, spring rolls, wonton, poutine, donair poutine, fish and chips. The cafe's got cinnamon buns, sticky buns, cheesecakes, cookies, brownies, all gluten-free.
I've never seen those. Where are those?
we make regular sandwiches as well.
Right, yes.
We are doing gluten-free and non-gluten-free croquettes.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can come in for croquettes.
So not everything is gluten-free.
So everything behind, when you walk in the new store, everything behind the long showcases is all gluten-free.
Right.
We have done something a little different nobody's done before. We have what's called Gluten Corner.
Oh.
So we stick the people that need gluten in the corner. So we have a segregated spot in the corner where we make regular sandwiches.
You're
That's right.
We're building regular sandwiches and regular fryer food. It's got its own sandwich station, its own fryer, and everything for regular croquettes.
Right, so there's no cross-contamination.
So there's no chance.
Wow.
So the back production room is all gluten-free. The sausage room is all gluten-free. We do have gluten on the shelves. There is some Dutch import cookies and that kind of stuff. But like all our marinades, our rubs, our sauces that we sell are all gluten-free. So we have a barbecue section now selling smokers and barbecues.
Yes, you sell smokers in the back. I saw that.
Yeah. So
I thought this is the best. They got smokers. This is the best.
So we're doing a little of everything. Yeah. So when we expanded into the whole building, it was 3,600 square feet. This new building is now 7,100 square feet.
Wow. Yeah, and it's beautiful. It really, it's like walking into this, not a supermarket, because I don't, supermarkets drive me crazy. It's like walking into this great place where you can get whatever you want, whatever you need to have a great dinner, a great lunch, whatever it is. It's
Somebody
awesome.
gave me a reference last week of what my store feels to them, and it was a great compliment to me.
Yeah.
Is if you've ever been into Amsterdam or Netherlands,
right.
they have these little stores called an Albert Heijn
store.
And what it is in the Netherlands, everything is walkable, right?
Yeah.
So everything, they have lots of little tiny stores here and there.
Yeah.
You don't have the really big box chains or any of that kind of stuff. You want your groceries, you go walk to a little tiny grocery store.
Yes.
And they said it felt like an Albert Heijn store.
Yeah.
Like it felt like the little meat market deli, sitting area, groceries, and you can just get what you need, and you're 5 minutes from home, and you're right back 5 minutes. And that's what it felt like, a European little small market, not a supermarket.
No,
but
just
a
little market.
I don't know about you, Cam, but those are the best.
They are the best,
aren't they?
And you like when I walked in there on Saturday, you walk into a supermarket and it's quiet and they have their canned music playing, nobody's talking. You walked into Ben's Meats on Saturday, it's lively, people are having conversation, they're sitting at the cafe, they're looking at the goods, they're standing at the meat counter, which I love. I love that because, and what I love is your staff is so knowledgeable, and we'll get to that in a second, but it's a great feel.
Yeah.
Like it's a community feel.
It's somewhere
you want to go on a Saturday just to hang out with some people.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. And
well, we don't have much of that anymore, right?
I'm blessed because they always say if you love your job, you're doing the right job. And I've been doing it for 39 years, part-time and full-time.
Yeah.
And I love my job.
Yeah, and the new store just adds to it. You have a great freezer section with frozen foods.
Yeah.
So people can go in and stock up
Yeah.
if they need to for the week or whatever. I think that's really cool.
Okay, but we have to talk about, because people have known it from Stony Plain Road.
Yes.
Dave, where is the
Yeah,
new
where
location?
is the new location? That's a great
So the
point,
new
yeah.
location is on 105th Avenue and 184th Street.
Right.
So it's about 5 minutes west of the old location.
Right.
Just down from the CTV that's
Right,
been there forever.
just down from the big Josh Clausen sign on the CTV.
There it is.
On the
Josh was our
CTV.
guest a couple weeks ago on the podcast. And
Turn at the sign.
Probably Josh is gonna. I'm gonna tell Josh. I'm gonna text. He said, "Text me anytime." Josh, go for lunch at Ben's Meats. That's what I'm gonna text him
CTV's
that.
been coming.
Okay, there you go.
They
That's
did an article
great.
on us when we moved. Because
awesome.
when does a 71-year-old established business move?
You know, the other thing I appreciate about your new store is the parking. Yes. I'm just gonna say.
Some people still complain because during the
Pardon
week, I know, but during the week it's a little tighter because the businesses are open.
Sure.
Well, yeah.
But on Saturdays, all the other businesses are
closed.
Yes.
and so the whole complex has 110 parking spots. So we're good.
The Stony Plain store, I'd come on a Saturday. It would drive me nuts going around the block 3 times. Okay.
That was reason number 2 why
Yeah.
we moved.
Yes.
And then what did Joanna say to me one day? She said, "Just park in the back." I said, "It says no parking." She goes, "Just park in the back." I'm like, "Oh yeah, then I'll get towed away." But anyway, no, I love the parking. It's great. It's a great store. You guys have done marvelous. You
Well,
laid it out well.
I think so. I
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah.
It's been operating very well. I've been told it's good flow by other people.
Sure.
It was my design for the footprint.
Yeah.
I went back 3 or 4 times. My one contractor designed something, and I threw that in the garbage because they obviously have never ran a meat shop before. And
That's right. Wow.
so they stuck my office in the corner and in the very back, and I'm like, nope, can't have that.
Yeah.
And
That's right. You're at the front, aren't you?
yeah, so
right by the cashier.
So the new store actually has 2. The upstairs, the warehouse bay was empty when we bought it. It's a 4-year-old bay. The upstairs was developed and has 2 offices, a staff space, and kitchenette, and everything done. And that was nice. And somebody said, "Well, which office is yours?" And I said, "No, I can't be upstairs.
Yeah.
I have to be in the thick of things because
Yeah.
I have to. I talk to my customers.
Yes,
they look
of
for
course.
me. They want to say hi to Dave. And
Yes,
they want to talk.
absolutely.
And I have to keep an eye on my store. And so I'm right by the tills.
Yeah.
There's a little tiny spot under the stairs they didn't know what to do with. So they stuck me under the stairs.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's a great layout.
Yeah.
It's your meat counter. Now I love meat. I just love it. I love steak. I love any kind of meat. I love coming to your meat counter reminds me of when I was 6 going to Toys R Us. Yeah. It's unbelievable. It's just laid out so well. But the best part is if you want a steak, you have some cut, but if you need something a little different, the guys will ask you. They'll cut exactly what you want.
And did you see what they're cutting on? With exactly what you want?
On your butcher blocks?
It's my grandfather's butcher block.
Is it really?
Yeah, that he bought used in 1956.
Yeah.
So it's an old maple cutting block. I had to
noticed
take
that.
it with me. I had to take it with me.
I saw that, and that is incredible.
Yeah. So all the other counters are new except for my grandfather's butcher block. And they're all saying, "What's this space for?" I'm like, "That's my grandfather's butcher block. And that's coming with us."
I love that.
It is, and watching those guys cut the meat and everything, it's like surgical precision.
We do have a cutting room in the back now,
Yeah.
so it's a refrigerated room for the sausage making, the grinding, and the saw.
Yeah.
But we still hand cut steaks for you up front.
Oh, it's phenomenal! And you do the beef jerky, the pepperoni, the honey garlic. You do the beef, all that stuff there. You can get
about
whatever
20
you
different
want.
sausages.
If you're a carnivore. It's a carnivore's delight. It really, but it's so cool. It's just so cool.
The only comments I've heard from some people, and they don't understand at first, was why did we go to? It's more of an industrial area,
Oh,
and we didn't have a choice.
Right.
But
You
it's
need
not
it
like
to
you're
stay.
deep in an industrial
I was gonna
park.
say.
Yeah, but there's a
It's not
reason
that
why.
far.
No.
And we chose on purpose.
Yeah.
Busy road, 184th
Sure.
Street,
Yeah.
which is Ray Gibbon Drive. It's a very busy road, and I chose the store for this accessibility, the location.
Yeah.
Henday, Yellowhead, Ray
Yes.
Gibbon,
Oh, yeah.
right in the middle.
Yeah.
But the biggest reason is we have a smokehouse, and the city of Edmonton has rules
yeah,
that you cannot just put a smokehouse anywhere.
All right.
So we were grandfathered in our old location.
Right.
Okay,
But
but
now
because
you
there's
couldn't do
residential
it.
behind our old location,
Right.
you cannot have a smokehouse.
So for all you people who are complaining that Dave's in a little bit out of the way, and he's not, he's
No.
2 blocks
Oh, no,
off,
that's not out of the
off
way.
the main road.
Yeah.
Just be thankful he ain't your next door neighbor, and you're like smelling smoke
Oh
all
no!
day.
Well, see, and they made us, so it's a condo building. I bought the bay.
Yeah.
But they made us put a power exhaust in 36
Okay,
feet
but
up in
even
the air,
so-
you don't smell it.
That's
You're good.
right. All you complainers out there and whatever.
Listen,
Anyway, it's
he could be in beautiful downtown Atchison where we smell dog food
dog.
one day.
Champion pet food one day, the Wall
Michael
Coffee
roasting
Roaster
the next.
or on a unique day, both smells come together.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Coffee,
combination.
caffeinated
I'd
dog
rather
food.
smell coffee.
Yeah, so this is really cool. So how many staff do you have?
So once we moved, we had to hire 3 more because
Right.
that's how busy we got since
Yeah.
we moved. We went up about 60% business
Wow.
in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
So we have 15 employees.
And who all in
including
your
part-time
family's
and
working
part-time.
for you?
I have my wife who's running the cafe.
Yeah.
I have my daughter who's doing all my marketing and online and coming in on Mondays. I have my son-in-law doing all the ordering and shelf and receiving and shipping.
Right.
I have my son doing the production room in the back, doing all the jerky
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. My dad just still comes in and gives his opinion once a week, so which is great.
smile,
Which is
right?
great.
Yeah.
No,
You
he's
know
been
what?
very
It's-
positive
Exactly.
and very energetic,
Yeah.
and he's been very supportive. And my
Yeah.
dad, so I love that my dad still comes in
Yeah.
once a week, gets his groceries, and he loves to talk to the people he misses and that kind of stuff. And then I have a fellow who's like a brother to me. He's been with me 17 years.
Wow.
So Paul's been my meat manager.
Yeah.
And then I have my son's best friend from high school. John's been working for me now for quite a while, and he's like a second son to me.
Wow.
So yeah.
We're wrapping up, and we got one. Jennifer's got a final question, but before I just want to say on that point, there's something about family heritage, and
Well, they're on 4 generations
4
now.
generations.
That's amazing.
let me tell you right now. There's no generations at Superstore. I'm just saying. I'm not just saying. I'm sure somebody's going to phone me. No, there is. No, there's not. Because what you're doing, I think, is that's the heart of business. It's the heart of culture. It's the heart of
Community.
Community.
Yeah.
Right.
It's what makes our communities. So kudos to you, Dave. Kudos that you have not given in to the big block type of thing.
Well, and my dad in the 80s had a lot of pressure.
I
Yeah, I
bet
bet
Because
he
the
did.
big stores came in.
Yeah.
And a lot of meat shops. Like,
Yeah.
I think between 124th and 170th,
Yes.
there was like
yeah.
8 or 10 meat shops at one
Yeah.
point, and then there was one.
Yeah.
Right, and so he withstood the test of time and stayed.
Yeah.
And the only reason I think that is because, and I wouldn't be there today if we didn't have fantastic customers.
Yeah.
It's our
Fantastic.
customers. So we have great
Your
people that
story
come in.
is absolutely
and,
amazing. I love it.
yeah,
It's
so-
a great story.
Yeah.
Wow. Final question already,
I
Carol.
know, but can I say I'm hungry?
I know, me too. So this is a question that we ask all
Every
of our
guest.
guests.
Yeah.
I should have
what
done my
is-
homework.
No, no. We like this to be
We
a
never tell
surprise.
them.
That's
Okay.
right. What is the best piece of advice you've been given, either personally or professionally, that you carry with you to this day?
Be yourself.
It's good.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be a fake person.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everybody's going to like you,
No.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's
And I'm
okay.
not going to like everybody, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
We'll all get along, but just be yourself.
Be yourself.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy life. It
Yeah.
goes fast.
It's great.
But
Yeah.
I think a long time ago when I just decided about 19, I decided to be myself and
Yeah.
just be me. Because you get all these pressures everywhere to do this or go
Yeah.
like this or be like this or be like that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but that's a good word, because the reality is if you're trying to do that, you're trying to be like everybody else.
You'll
at the
never
end-
be happy.
You'll never be happy because
No.
you never can please everybody.
No.
So, and you've obviously been successful at what you've done. And folks, listen, if you live in this area, you got to check it out. You've got to. It's a gem in our city, and I mean that sincerely. There's not many of these gems left. There is another one, but it's way across town, so I'm going to mention their name because I don't think it's a competitor. But K&K Market
Yeah.
on White Avenue,
Great store.
is where my grandfather used to take me when
Yeah.
I was a little boy.
Yeah.
It's a German store,
Yeah.
and we used to go there. They're still there.
Yeah.
So I go between there for something, but I go to yours mostly because you got the best. Plus, every one of my I'm just saying this, folks. Every one of my family outings or my family holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter usually now. We get a turkey, and I buy the turkey for my family, and I always get it at Ben's Meats because it's the best turkey, and my family raves about it, Dave. They rave about how if we were to get a different turkey, they'd know it and they'd kill me. They'd be like, "You're going to be the sacrifice turkey this year." It's amazing, and thank you for taking care of me.
When you get a farm fresh turkey from the house,
yeah, that's right.
Beautiful. Yeah,
and it's got to be big. I think this year I asked for a 27-pounder. I don't know if we'll get one, but
we're going to do our best.
That's my family's growing, but it's folks. If you've never been. Give us the address one more time.
10516.
And do you have a website?
184th Street. Bensmeats.com.
Bensmeats.com.
Yeah.
So you got to check them out.
We got to go there.
We are
for
going to go
lunch.
there.
Yeah.
One day.
One day.
Not on Saturday, but
Come on Wednesdays.
Anyway, we can't thank you enough, Dave. Thank you so much. What a great story.
Okay.
I love it. That's what the Coffee in the Park with Jennifer and Cam is all about, the story behind the story. So thanks, everybody. Want to remind you, tonight, if you didn't stop by Ben's Meats to get anything,
Well, Mondays, I think
We're
you're
you're
closed
closed on Mondays.
So
That's
that's
why
okay.
you're here.
So-
That's right.
Go to Wingstop.
Go to Wingstop on Mondays.
That's
You
right.
could go to Wingstop on Mondays and get wings, 16 flavors, 4 rubs, cornbread, and parm fries. Tuesday, you could go to Dave's at Ben's Meats and get everything you want there.
And Wednesday, you can get your printing done at Imprint.
And let me throw a little plug for Wingsnob. I'm gluten-free, like I told you.
Yep.
I'm celiac, and they do look
They
after you very
do.
well. They do.
Mike
Mike
Chatty.
Chatty, listen to this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mike Chatty. Awesome. Oh, that's awesome.
So.
Oh, that's fantastic. So, hey, if you're not hungry, well, if you are hungry, you won't be able to go to Ben's till tomorrow, but you can go to Wingsnob.
That's
so
right.
That's fabulous. Thanks, everybody. Hey, listen, make sure you tell everybody about the podcast. Our numbers are growing. Thank you, listeners.
Thank you.
Yeah, our numbers are growing considerably. We're all over the world in a number of cities. Listen, tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your enemies even. And if you don't have a friend, why don't you make one just so you can tell them about the podcast? And you can get it wherever you get your podcasts or at
www.coffeeinthepark.com.
That's right. So thanks for listening, everybody. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week, everyone.